The sun came out. The honey and spot. It is the spot. Just hold up. I'm so cold. No, not my wrist. My wrist is a little sore. So, good morning, chat. I don't think I said that yet. I'm cold. Just a sports bra under here and this shirt because I'm going to be teaching later. Make sure my shirt is right. So I'm already dressed for the day. I don't have my classes and clients until the evening. So we chillin'. My back. I've been trying to do a lot of lower back stretches because my back has been sore. Teaching more full out. But also just trying to take my time with it. Not trying to do everything full out. Trying to step back so I can observe and teach as I go. What's good? Welcome. Oh. We're going to work more with my left hand again and try to get through this waffle. I have confidence we will finish that brown section we were working on and then be able to move on. So I'm not even going to grab the iPad because I already know what color we need to start with. I'm trying to give this right hand a break, so we'll be doing it with my left hand. Okie dokie. Where do I start? Let's begin. So if you are new to the chat, we'll be making our rug today. Until further notice, I guess has it gone back to normal? Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Yeah, we'll be able to go back to my normal streaming schedule of Monday through Friday, like 8 a.m. to 9:30, maybe 10 a.m. It really depends on the project we're working on. Oh, these markets are coming up a lot sooner than you think, y'all. I have to pay for another booth today. This booth is 60, so that's the max I'm doing. I'm not trying to pay more than 60 for a booth. I do markets, like craft markets and stuff, so unless they are expecting 100,000 plus visitors, it ain't work. Ashlee, please call me Ashlee. I don't like being called Ash. But what's up? What's good? I had to use the torch. My hands are frozen. I could write haikus, looking ass. The way that I talk. Oh, I'm stretching. Cold. Stretching. It's raining here. And then I think it's going to snow later. And I'll probably be teaching halfway through when the snow will start, which is crazy. There we go. No, I just said I don't like to be called that. I don't like people shortening my name before they ask me. What's good, chat? To the Benjamin. No, I use glass today. We do have pens, but hey, man. No, Joe, you gotta watch yourself. That's why your comment got flagged. We can't be saying that type of stuff on here. It's not for this page. That's not for this website. Trying to pick y'all up. All right. Now we ready. Got everything. I need to do these dishes. All right, let's get mic'd up. What's good, y'all? I'm just grabbing my microphone. It's even dark in here. It's usually bright. Now y'all can hear me. I'm gonna put it on my hat so I'm not in the way. Accidentally bump. It stretches out really quick. It's been my left hip for like forever. I was working with one of my clients yesterday, and we're like, how many times can we count that our bones pop or, the joints pop? And we got to like 10 during our private session of like, what, like my knees will crack. You guys probably hear it, like my knees will crack. I already cracked my knuckles today. I don't do that. I just do this lightly if there's like a subtle pop, but I'm not putting so much force on my hands. This is the way I like to crack my hands. I'll do them this way. What else? My toes cracked. I don't know if you heard my toes, but that was just funny. Great. Ta-da! We're working on this waffle. This whole frame is being done by hand, so I'm just taking my time. I'm trying to zoom in so y'all can see. This is all done by hand. Every single punch. And this is like not even halfway, which is crazy, of just this singular rug. We're going to finish this part. This needs to be filled in. And I'm going to try to do that with my left hand. And then I'm going to do the bigger sections. So see this light tan color? I did this section, and then this was like another, like, is this connected? I did like this section all at once, and this section I kind of focused on. There's like 2 more sections. How far does this one go? This section looks like it's like this big. All of this needs to be tan. And then there's like a small section over here that needs to be tan. So after I do this, I'll probably move on to those 2 sections and switch colors again, potentially. But yeah, this is gonna be a floor rug. It's gonna be a waffle floor rug, and then we've got like mushroom like coasters or mouse pads, and we're working on some headbands too. Zoom it out. So those are the headbands. I'm waiting to adjust if I need to the headbands. I kind of made them a little thicker and a wee bit longer because I don't want it to be too short because then you can't go back after you cut them. All right. I think I'm going to stay from this side. Some on this side. This side, this side, this side, this side. This side. I made a lot of money on this side. While someone on this side. I'm just making myself a little more space. This is the position I've been in the entire time, mind you. If you're new here, you already know where to secure the goods. Shop ashleecrazyyoga.com and go to the shop tab, and you will see all of like the art that I've made. So like you can shop rugs, and I have clothing that I've made, stationery stuff. Everything is made by me. I don't third party like outsource anything. The only thing I outsource is the materials, and it's how you use your materials. Sean had to come out being resourceful. Okay, what are we looking for? We're going to put some gloves on, and I'm going to put a brace over this glove. I just realized I didn't put any of my jewelry on. Got an extra lamp. This one's a little yellow. I'm going to see where I should put it. Then y'all can't see. I have a third light, but I kind of don't want to use that. These are the 3 things that you need, and some yarn. I like these pincer scissors. That's what I call them because you're using your pincer grip. These are a lot sharper. I actually got these in a pack rather than getting the cheap one because that one finally gave out on me. These cheap scissors that you get in a kit, these are also pincer. You can see the blade. These are way sharper. I'm just like, why don't they come with a cover though? That's crazy. But I like these. They cut yarn really good. And Scott, whatever. This is your threader, piece of shit threader they give you. If you have any like other like craft store, I was gonna say third party, but like craft store places that sell threaders, better quality threaders, please let me know. I don't mind spending a little bit extra money on a threader. This is a very cheap tool, obviously. But this like papery part will fall off and it will expose the 2 wires. Oh, what was that? It'll expose like the wires and then you can actually poke yourself. So I don't like that. So if you have any threader options, I can't use the one with my tufting gun because the wires are slightly shorter. But it has to be long enough to go through the punch needle. And this is the tool I use. It has that top hole, goes all the way through, and then it's got the actual threading hole. There's 2 holes. You hold it just like a pencil. So we will see if this is enough. I hope I don't have to use another. Here, let's use this one up. This is like a small strand. Then we'll get to this pile. I hope I don't have to use a whole nother ball. I may have to though. May. Who knows? All right. I play a lot of yarn chicken, by the way. So seeing how far I can stretch my yarn. This little strand, I make use of all the stuff that I have. That's why it just never seems like my craft room ever gets. That's probably everybody who does crafts, though. My craft room never gets sparse because I'm always trying to repurpose stuff.
I ran across a TikTok of this girl, and she's just like upcycling my couch before I throw it away. And did they make a bag? Either they made, so they've been taking like the leather from the couch, bro, and cutting it up and like they had a little eye dial or whatever you call it, the hole punch thing that makes the grommets. They had that, and then they took it, the leather from the couch that they were working with. They had it all cut up. And they took it over to a sewing machine. There was like a clip of them sewing. I think they made like a purse from their leather couch. I'm like, that's the type of upcycling I'm trying to do. And then somebody was like recommending you should do in the comments of that video. If she did like a halter top kind of shirt, that would be cool. From a couch. And then people, that was funny. Somebody made the comment, uh, where did you get your shirt? My couch. That would be so funny. I need to get a tissue. I'll be right back. Let me thread this. All right, I will be right back. Oh, and I forgot my brace. Almost forgot my brace. What's up? What's good? What's crack a lacking? I'm gonna see if this helps. Brace I use sometimes. I need it more so on the wrist. So I may gonna I can get it kind of on the wrist. That was a good throw. All right. Um, but yeah, so you can find my art. I did have the other social medias. I don't fuck with Meta. You can find me here and you can see me working on art pieces or chatting about yoga on this channel, a lot of wellness. We got into like a little bit of Reiki, and what Florida water is and how to use it. We got into that, I remember yesterday. But I've been in the wellness industry for almost a decade, probably longer, still doing my trainings before I was teaching. So I've been in this space for a while. I like talking about this stuff. I've been thinking about taking, um, for some more like continuing education, taking a lymphatic certification teacher training thing for like yoga. Learning more about myofascia. Myofascia is um, the little fibers in between that connect, what's it, your bone to your muscle, the little fibers in between. And that is how you become sore, is when those end up snapping too fast. You have to stretch and, do yoga. Like yoga is not like you need to move your body. People want to just jump into weightlifting. I see this all the time. I see this even in like adults because I've worked at gyms for a very long time. People don't want to warm up and stretch. They want to get right into the lifting. Like they do maybe two or three stretches. All right, I'm ready. You are not a kid. Like coming to the gym unsupervised, you have to be what? I think you can be 16. It's usually somebody in their 20s or 30s. Y'all can't just be skipping over the warm up part, okay? What's good? Your cat says hello. Tell the cat what's goody. You can't just be skipping over like the stretching part and just going right into um, ring, what do they call it, ringside or Zumba. Sometimes people be trying to skip the stretching in Zumba or they'll leave early. Please don't do that. Don't just come late. This is a bunch of scenarios. Don't just come late so then you can get right into the dancing. You need to warm up. Okay. Um, what else? What's another manly thing? Boot camps. Y'all need to be stretching. Y'all can't just go right into um a burpee or something like you be on the stretcher. I'm joking. I'm joking. But please warm up. Deviating from that because we were talking about myofascia and finding like the perfect point or your edge is what I stress a lot in yoga when I'm teaching a class. Find your edge because everybody um flexibility is different, right? You can't look like me, the teacher. So I mean, I'd be offering a lot of suggestions to get you into the pose so you're feeling good. I'm not just going to ever, I like to talk in my yoga classes. I'm not just going to ever leave you with one direction to try to figure out. I'll always give like a modification, or I'm always reading the room and reading my students of like, okay, let's dial this back. Um, this is the level we should be teaching at, or we need to increase this. So maybe I give deeper pose cues to go into, right? So what's up? Yeah. Low key. I know it sounds funny. Then everybody would be a yoga teacher. But like if you teach like fitness, it doesn't hurt to have like a yoga cert or some basic. Like you don't even got to get your 200 because they'll teach you some stretches even in they broke up my training. So like level 1, level 2, level 3, so on. And then there was like the extra curriculum, like if you wanted to learn about sound therapy, kids, anatomy, seniors, yoga for PTSD. I have like these are certifications I have. Um, even if you took like just a level 1 teacher training as a fitness instructor, these static poses that you're trying to just hold real quick, we need to be aware of breathing, especially as a trainer or a coach. Um, making sure your client is breathing and watching where they're breathing. So if they're just breathing from their chest or their throat, they could run the risk of being lightheaded while you're trying to train them. I get lightheaded very easily, even if I'm breathing, but that's like if I stand up too fast. I think it's like called vertigo, but not diagnosed. But I know in my body if I stand up too fast, sometimes I get dizzy. So I'm always mindful also from my understanding, me knowing myself, when I'm teaching and watching where my students are breathing or like who I'm training with, watching where they're breathing from. You want to make sure you're breathing from your belly. That's where you get the most oxygen. It goes from your belly, then it gets into your chest with your lungs, then into your throat. The full inhale is what I'm talking about. But watching where people are breathing, especially doing those harder exercises so they don't end up like fainting and things like that. Or, you know, I don't know. But myofascia, yes. You overstretch it, then there's the term you pulled a muscle. You stretched the myofascia. It's like a rubber band. And if you stretch it too fast, it just go past your edge. Remember, I say you got to find your personal edge. If you stretch past your edge, that's where you run the risk of an injury, pulling a muscle, having to nurse that, you know, take some time off from your workout regime. So I'd like to take like a lymphatic stretching or like some type of teacher training, and hopefully I could find something local eventually. This isn't like a priority, but I'm interested in furthering my education with the lymphatic nervous system and apothecary and like herbalism, learning more how to use like herbs. I've been doing like a little bit of it, also working with like essential oils in your wellness care, um, doing like little things like that. Um, I like making my own stuff, so household needs, so I don't have to go out and buy the expensive stuff, but also the things that sit on the shelves they always have additives in them. So, being aware of that and more conscious of what you use in your body, on your body, and around your body, you know? So it'd be nice to get an apothecary certification as well. See, look, already almost out. Look at all that string left. Our yoga and wine is next Thursday. You can sign up on my website. We're going to be doing a yoga class. I'll be teaching in my friend's flower shop. So there'll be like a wine tasting prior, like 4:30 to 5, and we'll get the class started at like 5, 5 to 6. So this is at Parkway Floral in South Milwaukee. If you're interested in signing up, um, I love the owners. They carry a lot of small business stuff. So they have like honey, fresh honey, um, local wine, and there's like a small business clothing they have inside of the flower shop. It's really cool. Where's this coming? Okay, trying to find the end and making sure I don't run into a knot because I don't want a knot in the pen chamber. Okay, this is several different strands, but that's okay. See? Punch needling, we can use it up. And you'll never know. Hold on. Am I punching with my left? I don't even think I am. The birds are still out, even though it's raining now, and then supposedly it's supposed to snow. But the birds are out. I think the birds are confused. I was gonna say that, but I feel like humans are confused. You can learn a lot from birds. Being in tune with nature. I'm sure I'm not even at like the oneness point of it, but over the years, I've been more noticeable. Okay, all of these birds thing hanging out. Then I start seeing the droves of birds start to fly. I'm like, oh shit, they for real know, not the weatherman, obviously. Birds. The birds know when it's about to get cold here in the Midwest. I'd be noticing when they fly away. I'm like, okay, I ain't heard no birds in a little bit. They must know the seasons are changing or something. So I just be paying more attention to, subtle things like that. Well, I am, sure enough, punch needling with my right hand. I was just autopilot, trying to train my left hand. We were getting good yesterday. I go much slower. I want to just switch over so bad. I'm trying to give this hand a break. No, this is way too fucking far. This shit is trying to fuck up on me. Get it together, bro. Ankle. I had to like twitch. Loki, twist myself a little bit. Today is the 11th. I'm like, what are my obligations again? I don't know if I want to grocery shop today. Like always the nastiest days, man. Or the library. What should I do? This is so slow, bro. We gotta just eat through this, man. What the heck? Too fucking far and just slow. I have to use my right hand. It's just what the maybe the smaller areas. But I don't know. Hey, whoa, whoa now. Hey, Mr. Rager, Mr. Rager. All right, see, look how much faster we can be going. What's good? You back? All right, we trying to finish this rectangle at least. Kicking it into high gear. We hopping, we jumping, we jiving, we trying to have some motion here, some movement. We shaking the scene. That's pretty quick. Absolutely couldn't tell you why. In my mind, I was like, oh yeah, we can just do like a whole frame by hand. Really didn't think that through. Well, here we is. Here we are doing the thing. We already made a lap. Now we bringing it back. We turning it up on them. Oh, that's it. That is it of that line. Then we have another skinny line. I don't know if it'll be enough. What time is it? Wow, we do really good on time. 8:37. But it's only 8:37. Ladies and gentlemen. This yarn tried to be on some fuck shit, bro. This that Hobby Lobby booty crack yarn, cause I'll be punch needling. Sometimes it gets unplugged, so then I'll add like, cause I already see you finna be some trouble. I'll try to add like some extra punches around it, cause then it's gonna try to be a bald spot. You don't want that. Supposed to stay punched through. Sometimes it'll pull up. I don't know. I don't try to make big loops. I try to keep my punches short. What if I sat back? No, I'm probably a tip over. And this slide easy too. Okay. Shalom, niggas in. Shalom, niggas in. Shalom, niggas in. Okay, 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 okay. Eat my shit today. Ooh, I'm burning up the track. It's a hot one out. He's ripping the road up. I have to make jokes because is this interesting to y'all? I guess it is. I appreciate the people who tune in regularly. Be getting in the zone sometimes. My toes. I don't know if this will be enough. We're almost done with this long line. I like that there's never a whole lot of waste with punch needling. In fact, punch needling will save you a lot of yarn. Because you can utilize all of it, even those long, skinny scraps you may have. Or I even thought, how can I use the long strands? And I really want to make a scrap beanie. That'll be fun. Almost there. That's it. See, like these long strands, something like this. This is still usable for like a hat. Hold on. It might not be enough for like a full project, but I'm like, you could use this like add a color, like a random color. I've been wanting to do stuff like that. Yeah, that was the random knot. This is a deconstructed yarn cake. These last few strands of this yarn I'm currently using was like a deconstructed yarn cake because it like got really messed up sitting in my basket. It was like unraveling itself weird. So it did not wind well. So I just snipped it and now I have a bunch of like, just long strands of yarn. But you're able to use them up. Let me just thread this really quick. I can check the chat. All right, we're gonna try to switch back to my left hand. This might be enough. This looks like this could be enough to fill it in. I'll show you where I'm at. Standing break anyway. Appreciate the hustle. Thank you. All right. So this is what we've been working on. We started this yesterday. We're going to try to finish this. Probably finish this before 9. That little section. And like I was saying, I'm going to try to do this tan, not that color we're working with, but this tan to outline the top triangle kind of shape, go around the squares, and then outline probably this one as well. I'll switch the colors. Then mentally, that will make me feel like I have completed more by doing the bigger outer sections, you know, filling in the tan like I did. I'm going to try to do that for the last two. Then I'll feel like we're getting somewhere because this is a lot. The obviously you can tell the inside of the waffle is going to be like 3 different browns. So like halfway. Once we get big sections at least outlined, then we'll feel like we're halfway there. I'm doing a stretch. Thank goodness for yoga. For real, for real. Once we get done with this frame, we can do it. Once we get done with this frame, I have to do this whole frame punch needle for my son's birthday in May. March. I'm trying to put punch needling down for about a month. Okay, so this is the preparation. This is going to be a nice spring collection. And, I already have some inventory of like coasters and things like that at the shop. This frame and that frame, and I don't want to even make coasters for like 2 months. And that's crazy to say because I honestly don't know how long. I haven't even started or outlined this yet. Hoping to get it done. His birthday's May 7th. Trying to get it done before then. So I'm trying to kick this into high gear. It's March, second week of March. I'm like, we can finish this by the end of March. Then I'll have all of April to do a smaller canvas, hopefully. Because if you go back, Plankton was the largest rug I did. Was it early last year or 2024? I don't recall. But I think when I was making the Plankton rug, that took me about a month. So if I can give a month of April, we should be able to have that done. And goodness, then we'll be able to move on to stationary stuff. We'll have a little bit more momentum. Actually, and then we have to start a commission. I have to restretch this. So I have this stretched. I'm going to be tufting, but then also punch needling tandem. That'll take up April. That's crazy. Trying to stay on top of it. But so you can kind of see where we're heading. I'm trying to have stationary stuff in production, I guess mid-April, if not May. Making more stickers, replenishing, sticker collection. Because this is what I have. I haven't used my Cricut in a while. I don't know how long it's been. Was it probably in December? If I'm keeping it a bean. Maybe December. I had to iron stuff, but those were the irons. I didn't actually use my Cricut machine. But I use my Cricut for all of my branding stuff. Tags and all of that. Backs, whatever you want to call them. Flyers, stationery stuff. We be getting into it. I'm gonna turn this around and section this off rather than cutting. Save myself. I'm gonna run into a corner. I might be able to get out. A lot going on. So I turn around. There's a bunch of little sections. It's getting tight. So you don't have to fill in every hole, The yarn expands, but if I see a white spot, I'm like, all right, let's try to fluff it up a little bit. I'm really excited because I have not brought the hem rug to any markets yet. I made him in November, like right around Thanksgiving is when I finished the hem rug. And I had like Christmas. I had Black Friday, I had a market, and then Christmas. I think I had one in December, early December, I'm pretty sure. And I haven't, and then this year so far, I've had one in February, a market, but not like a big market. I'm excited to bring the hem rug and just to see just people's faces. I'm so excited because you already know I'm bringing the heat. The shit I've already made, we got some heat. We got some heat in the boat. Okay. I'm just excited to see people's expressions. I don't know. And to put this on top of everything, I'm going to have my flower collection started or done. It's a little bit started because we did the yellow lilies, but I was hoping to have some more pieces done. But you never know how fast I can work. And now that my schedule has flip flopped back to, I guess, normal, um, I will have more dedicated mornings to be focusing on this. All right, let's finish this. Getting a little short though, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe crazy if we do need like a smidget of the actual big roll back here. Getting tight though, so it'll be a close call. We'll see. I'll show you. We finish this yarn up. Not even 9 yet. Isn't that crazy? Come on. Come on. It's getting tight. Gotta make it to the other side. This side. Spin it around. Make it earthquake. Up it to the flow. All right. Legs is on fire. Whew. Need to stand up. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. This is as much as I have left. I don't think we're gonna make this. And we're gonna need a smidgen more. We have hair clips. There's hair clips over there too, guys. It's going to be an insane, like, I'm excited just because it's going to be an insane drop after insane. This is going to be the first rug spring collection drop. And then we're going to have the hair clips I'm going to try to get done. Hair clip drop's going to be crazy. Then it might actually work out to do the paintings last. Maybe as a summer flower collection drop. All right. We're like at the very end of this. I don't want it to go to waste though. It should have all went in. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Do you want love? Are you want fame? Are you in love game? A love game. That Lady Gaga album. That was what I needed in 2009. I gotta be careful because we're at the very end of this yarn. Why? Destiny, brother. Brother man. All of this for this small section. It still looks a little sparse to me. We're like very close. With a boy and a girl in a game. Do you want love or you want fame or you want love? Go stupid. Get crazy. Get loud. Alright. That looks better. With a boy and a girl in a game. What are you doing? We're going to make sure, obviously, we preserve our rug. So we're going to use carpet glue. Only for this one once we're finished. All right. Where should I move on? Or we could continue using this color. Let me check. Notifications. All right, I'm gonna go potty. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh my goodness, look how like tight that was. The little line. Oh, it got brighter out. My shirt is stuck. No, my some don't look right. The gloves are on wrong. That's a first. Look for the little orange symbol. All right, cool. Let's see. We can just keep it easy peasy and do some more brown over here. Yeah, might do that as well. So we're gonna outline this. Ooh, a center pull. Go time. We're gonna do this little kind of triangle section. Make that the same brown. Here we go. I'm gonna start with this actual outline. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ouch. This is where things get a little tricky. And it's just going on now. A little closer. Don't give me a hug. Don't give me a hug. Don't give me a hug. Now we're coming back. Trying to switch my hands here. Mm-mm. I'm trying to get this square done. That'd be cool to have like two big sections to cross off. And then we'll go back to the tan. Maybe we'll get a tan outline at the very end of this live. We'll see. Hey, who's spinning around, Bo? My commissions are open and I have a lot of tan, so I've been trying to use a lot of tan for projects like this waffle, and I did something else that had a lot of tan. Made so many things. Oh, we just did that Gara rug back in December. I used a lot of tan, you know. So if you've got any anime rugs, we is prepared to use that up. Let's cut. We're gonna come back down. Replot. Mm-mm. A little too far. Come on. That's being cookie. I had to decide my playlist for tonight. I'm teaching a yin class tonight. Maybe a nice slow one. Excited. I think we have 3 people already signed up. Coffee break. We grinding through this. Okay. Hey, play nice, Mr. Yarn. One thing I do appreciate about art, you just gotta keep practicing it till you get really good at it. And really good is in your opinion of what you believe is good. And that's the coolest thing about art. You're really good at it because you said you were good at it. And now the universe has to provide that. All right, we're just trying to kick this into high gear. Then we'll get to our outline. Make some progress. What the fuck is this? I'm going out swinging, man. Mm-hmm. Did it. Now we're gonna switch back to tan. Told you, no games to be played. The sprained ankle you would not want to be playing with. We will see what tan I feel like using, but it's looking pretty good. Colors is coloring. Here we go. When I'm in the club, bumming that, bumming that. Let's start with the squares. It's going to be a lot of pick up, cut, plot down kind of stuff. 906, okay. We're going to outline these squares over here. This makes me happy. Making a lot of progress. Now it's in my workspace. We're making progress, Chad. Progress. What is that about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where are you going? All right, this is where you want to get a little funky. The outline's a little wonky. But I think we've got it yet. We're gonna follow this line. No games. Bring this partner around. Absolute no games. Shit is fierce. Trying to see, would it look weird with all those browns? I think I haven't even played with the shadowing. I feel like the brown I have been using a little bit is too dark. So I don't know if I want to keep these. Uh-oh. Uh, Guys are doing that. All right. We got the outline around the perimeter. I can drop it and get. If your mama gave it to you, then you might let it know. Oh, but I like it, drop it. Okay, like it, drop it. Okay, like it, drop it. Blah, 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 like it, drop it. The Sean remix. Mama make it. I can drop it and get low. If your mama gave it to you. Oh, fuck. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I try to switch hands and then it just starts doing some fuck shit. trace this outline. Mm-mm. Stay in your lane, bro. There are so many other holes to choose, and you stay trying to go in the same hole, bro. That one's already occupied. Mm-hmm. Okay. That was all left. With the left A. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. Make our way around to the last. This isn't a whole lot of brown. Let's see. I almost feel like we should stick with these. And that may be too dark. This looks too dark. And potentially could be enough yarn, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Hmm. Ah, I outlined, well, one section. Hmm. Just keep looking at how I want to shade this. Why is this lifting? Oh, this is a jungle. All right, looks pretty full. And big old loops. Whew. I'm gonna do this small area. I think I'm gonna do that little area. Then we'll probably call it. Progress. Oh, good. Stay your course, fans. Stay your course. Oof. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Let's call that. Honestly, from the back, it looks good. 24. Let's do a line going up. I'm gonna fill this part in. we're going to just outline this square one more time. And I'll give you a better idea of where to continue. Oh, yeah, we're going to stop. Oof. All right, that's a good spot to stop. We got a lot done though. We're going to make sure I massage my wrist, roll it out. Who's ready for the reveal? Twisted. Ooh. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to see? Here we go. All right. We're going to clean all of this up. Who ready? Oh, yeah, stay hydrated. Everybody stay hydrated. See? This wire, yep, the wire trying to come out. Everybody stay hydrated. Gotta fix this really quick. So it doesn't poke me the next time. That's what I mean about these threaders, bro. They be All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. So we finished this dark brown and this brown, and we started. Look at all the tan we started. We got one more like section to go. It already looks like the squares are filled in, but they're not. If you were to see that's the top of the waffle, but 1, 2, 3. There's a fourth one like kind of behind the butter that is still not all filled in. It's still not the crazy illusion. Look at all that needs to still be filled in. These big areas. The little square behind the butter I was telling y'all about. Looks like an illusion, and then that's the last section we gotta finish up, but we did it. We working it. I don't know if I'm going to keep this dark brown. It seems a little too dark for the waffle. This was the original color palette, but this was the original. That's the dark brown I'm using, but I was like, oh, I have this brown, but I don't have a whole lot of this brown, but almost looks like a nice kind of change between these three. This is the top of the waffle, but I don't know, to try to do those little sections, but we will cross that when we get there. We'll just keep chugging along. This whole project is by hand. So make sure you like and subscribe. Come book with me for wellness at ashleecrazyyoga.com, or come shop my art on that website with confidential goods. I get you right with your wardrobe and right with your decor. So I will see